टू हैप्पी इंस्टीट्यूट यूट्यूब चैनल। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है ये बताते हुए आपको कि जो डिक्टेशन क्लास हमने स्टार्ट किया है इसमें बहुत लोगों का रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है। कई लोगों ने मेरे को कॉल भी किया और जो आउटलाइंस का हमारा लिखने का तरीका है, जो आउटलाइंस देने का तरीका है, इसको लोग बड़ी तारीफ कर रहे हैं इसकी और मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि हम इस क्लास को और आगे कंटिन्यू करें, आप हमारे जो वीडियोस हैं इनको लाइक करिए, शेयर करिए। चलिए आज का डिक्टेशन हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। आज का डिक्टेशन कैलाश चंद्रा जी के बुक में से पैसेज नंबर 5 है। डिक्टेशन के इमीडिएटली बाद, मैं ये डिक्टेशन 80 की स्पीड पे दे रहा हूं। डिक्टेशन के इमीडिएटली बाद आपको इसी पैसेज का आउटलाइन दूंगा और ये उन बच्चों के लिए तो जरूरी है ही है, अच्छा है ही है, मदद कर रहा है जिनका स्किल टेस्ट है। जो बच्चे बिल्कुल अभी अभी जिनका थ्योरी खत्म हुआ है, जो स्पीड क्लासेस में अभी अभी आ रहे हैं, उन लोगों के लिए भी ये बिल्कुल क्लास वरदान साबित हो रही है। मेरे को कई बच्चों ने कहा कि हम जो 60 की क्लास में भी आए थे और इमीडिएटली हमें ये क्लास मिलनी शुरू हो गई है, ये हमें बहुत फायदा करेगी। चलिए आज का डिक्टेशन शुरू करते हैं। ये कैलाश चंद्रा जी की बुक से पैसेज नंबर 5 है जिसको मैं डिक्टेट कर रहा हूं 80 वर्ड्स पर मिनट पे। गेट रेडी फॉर डिक्टेशन प्लीज। 5 सेकेंड्स प्लीज। The Industrial Policy Resolution of 1948 was good so far as it went, but unfortunately the spirit of it could not be understood or appreciated by the common man in this country. So a new orientation of this policy was given, and the Honorable Prime Minister, after his return from China, publicly declared that the future policy of the country, or rather the future pattern of society, will be the socialist pattern. That was further emphasized by the resolution passed at the Avdhi session of the Congress and later reiterated by Shri Debar, President of the Indian National Congress. I am very glad to say that the spirit of it has been caught by the nation today. If I may say so, the nation has taken up the challenge for securing the socialist pattern of society. It behoves all sections, both inside this house as well as outside, without having mutual recriminations, to try and propagate in a sincere manner and establish the socialist pattern of society indicated by the statements of the great leaders of our country. It may be relevant and pertinent if I refer to a few sentences from the memorandum presented on the 4th June 1939 by our Prime Minister, who was the chairman of the All India Planning Committee, which came into existence when there was provincial autonomy in the provinces. On pages 39 and 40 of that report, he stated, it is clear that the drawing up of a comprehensive national plan becomes clearly an academic exercise with no relation to reality unless the planning authority or those to whom it is responsible are in a position to give effect to the plan. If this authority is powerless or circumscribed or restricted and has limited activities, it cannot plan. An essential prerequisite for planning is thus complete freedom and independence for the country and removal of all outside control. This implies that the country possesses in itself full sovereign authority to take any measure, adopt any policies, and form any relations with other countries as may seem best to its governing authority in the interests of the country and its people. National independence is thus an indispensable preliminary for taking all the steps that might be found necessary for carrying out the 5-year plan in all its various aspects throughout the whole country. चलिए आज के आउटलाइंस डिस्कस करते हैं. इंडस्ट्री, इंडस्ट्रियल, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड, इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी रेजोल्यूशन, इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री, इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्शन, इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर्स, पॉलिसी, resolution, statutory resolution so far as went, unfortunately spirit could not be understood, understanding, misunderstanding, again misunderstanding, appreciated, appreciation, common man in this country, orientation was given, Honorable Prime Minister या दोबारा Honorable Prime Minister, returned, China, Chinese, published, public opinion, publication, publicly, publicity, declared, declaration, again declaration, future of the country, rather than, rendered, pattern of society will be the socialist pattern that was emphasized Avadhi session. Congress, All India Congress Committee reiteration, Debar, president's rule, president's address, presidential form of government, nation या notional, national, nationalization, nationalism, nationalist, international. I am very glad, I am glad to say that it has been possible, it has not been possible, caught, if I may say so, taken up, challenge, securing, socialist, socialistic, socialism, socio-economic, economic and social, pattern of society, of the society, cooperative societies in our society, behoves, sections inside this house as well as outside, mutual recriminations to try, propagate, sincere manner, establishment, especially, indicated, indication, induction, statement, statement of objects and reasons. In my statement, leaders, leader of opposition of our country, relevant, irrelevant, pertinent, sentences, memorandum, memoranda, memo, minimum, present, presented, presentation, in the present state of affairs, who was the chairman, chairmanship, chairperson, planning committee, existence, came into existence, province, provincial, autonomy, state, stated, I have stated, I have to state. It is clear that the drawing, comprehensive, comprehension, becomes, becoming, becomes necessary, became, academic, exercise, relation, relationship, rule or real, really, relate, related, relative, relatively, planning authority, respond, response, responsible, responsibility, irresponsible, position, possession, in a position, in possession या in a position. We are not in a position, I am not in a position, if this authority, authoritative, authorization, powerless, circumscribed, restrict, restricted, restriction, limit, limited, unlimited, essential. It is essential that requisite, requisitioning, complete, completed, completion, compulsion, freedom, independent, independence, for the country, removal, implies that the country possesses sovereign authority, sovereignty, govern, governing, government, government of India, interests, in the interests of the, in the interest of the, in the interest of the country, indispensable, preliminary, guarantee, 5-year plan, various aspects throughout the country at the present moment, not only, it is not only hedged, obstructed, obstruction, numerous, safeguards, reserve, reserved, reservation, reservoir, national development, sacrifices, millions, millionaire, countrymen, leadership, again leadership, leader of the house, father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, political life, politicians, at the time of the bitterest struggle, what happens, it should not be, masters, in our own country, in our own, has already been, as has already been there, assistance, propaganda, propagate, propagated, all those who are, so long as my honorable friend, Industry and Commerce Ministry, Commerce, assured, assurance, %, democracy, total, totally, totality, totalitarian, interested, that we have, British government, that we shall, undiluted, guaranteed, crop, 100, luckily, fundamental rights, constitution, many of the amenities, comfort, womb, enunciation, discrimination on the part of to draw up basis on the basis of the on this basis satisfy, satisfied, satisfaction, dissatisfaction. ये था आज का डिक्टेशंस और उसकी आउटलाइंस। आई होप आप लोगों को ये आउटलाइंस और डिक्टेशन पसंद आया होगा। अगर पसंद आया तो इसको लाइक करिए, शेयर करिए और अपने साथियों को बताइए, जो भी जिस भी इंस्टीट्यूट में आप पढ़ते हैं, जहां पर जिस स्टेट से भी हैं आप, ये जो आउटलाइंस हैं सबको फायदा करने वाली हैं। तो जितने भी लोग इस क्लास के साथ आप जोड़ेंगे उतना ही हम ज्यादा मेहनत करेंगे इस क्लास में और उतना ही आपको और ज्यादा पढ़ाने की कोशिश करेंगे। और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि हम 100 की स्पीड पे भी क्लास स्टार्ट करें, 120 की स्पीड पे भी क्लास स्टार्ट करें, तो आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा इस वीडियो को लाइक करिए, शेयर करिए। अगर आप हमारे चैनल पे नए हैं, पहली बार आए हैं, तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए और इस तरह के वीडियोस देखने के लिए। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच, ऑल द बेस्ट।